Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit or Zappy here, back again with Demon Slayer. We are on episode 16, and in the last episode, we went to what is called Mount Natagumo, and it's surrounded by forest, and the inhabitants of the forest is spider demons. And they've been sending, a bunch of slayers there to take care of this demon family of 5. And they were all turning on each other because of a sort of manipulation type, blood demon art kind of thing that was going on by using obviously the spider sort of threads and whatnot, the web. So obviously our crew turned up there, we had a crow fly off to that like sort of leader guy who we saw like that one time when he was talking about how there was 5 people that got through the final selection. And basically told him all about it and said that I guess we're going to send Hashira in. So Hashira is some thing that I don't know. All we know is that Giyu was a part of it, and somebody else called Shinobu as well. So I'm excited for that. And also I said I was going to get my kimono, I didn't, so I'm going to go get it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else really to talk about. I'll go get this real quick. There we go. Right. So there is nothing else to talk about. Of course, if you want to go watch the reaction, then the link is in the description below. That'll take you to the 10-minute version. There'll also be a link in there to the full-length version. If you do want to, see that, then it's there for you. But yeah, nothing else to really talk about. So we're going to get in episode 16 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 16, and I took the kimono off because Giyu didn't turn up. Damn it. They're making me wait. I'm sure it'll be worth it when he turns up, though. I'm sure it will be. Anyway, so yeah, episode 16, interesting. Where to start? Yeah, so pretty much at the very beginning, we saw the brother, or I suppose like the older brother maybe. I don't know about the other one that's like a spider body and a big head, which it must be, because they're purposely keeping him out of shot, and we saw one go after Zenitsu, like that sort of low angle frame where just a bigger spider body came into frame. So I'm guessing it's going to be a big head with a spider body. It must be, right? That must be him. So yeah, I mean, so the only one that was named, it was Rui. So I'm going to go out on a whim. I'm going to say that one is the 12 one of the 12 Kizuki, and it's not their father. The father was the one she was very scared of, but she was also scared of Rui as well. Probably it wouldn't surprise me if it was like a opposite type situation. So you had the Rui who was in control of the father. What's interesting is I feel like he has a different demon art. If he, with him being the 12 Kizuki, I'd imagine obviously he'll be the most powerful out of the family. And he'll have a separate demon art. And I feel like it must be something tied to how the mother had a demon that didn't have a head and that she could use as a puppet. Now, we know about the demons things and how if it's chopped off with a Nichiren sword, then that demon dies. If it's chopped off with a normal sword, it'll just grow back. So there had to be something there that stopped the process. And sort of this is how I'm picturing it. I think Rui has control over that kind of thing. However his blood demon art works, I feel like that's how it works. And what he's doing is, I feel like he is in control of the father. That's what I'm going to have. Because the father didn't talk, which kind of threw me a bit. Because I'm just thinking, the other ones talked. We saw what I'm assuming is a little sister as well, that seemed a bit more compassionate. Just judging by, because obviously we didn't get to hear her speak, but we saw what she was looking like, and it seemed like she was more compassionate as to what was going on. And also I feel like it's tied with the flashback, because the flashback I got a bit of a sense of but I didn't really understand what it was I was truly looking at. So I feel like we haven't seen we haven't seen the other half of that flashback yet, which I believe must be the father, which ties into my whole thing that they were actually a family beforehand. She was saying how, like, you know, I remember someone beforehand who used to look at me like that. I feel like it's the father, and therefore the father is not in control of what he's doing. He would never hurt, you know, he would never hurt her, but he was doing so there, which makes me think that the father isn't in control. He's a demon. I don't know if there's like certain aspects of the demonhood that some just remain feral and are unable to take control, or if it is indeed just Rui's blood demon art that he's controlling his father. I don't know if that is the case or not. You know, it could be a case of Rui wasn't even one of the actual family, and he was just kind of maneuvered his way in and took control of them all, and he takes control of, like, you know, the mother, for example, which is why she's scared of him. Like, you know, if you don't do as I say or whatever, I'll hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to be a family. You know. But yeah, something does tell me that the father just isn't there. You know, and so I'm going to assume that the father is that one in the flashback with, like, the, you know, the sort of red robe, the sort of the black sort of weird bowl haircut, but it's like a ponytail kind of thing. The interesting thing was, like, she was like, I wonder what he's doing now or something, and her, like, oh sorry, I wonder what he's doing now, and his arm was bleeding. I don't know if that was like a thing of, like, she forgot that she actually killed him, like, when she turned. I don't know if that was what it was, or what. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, going to that visual of the fifth form, that was awesome. I love that he has a form that is, like, geared towards a soft attack, like, so, you know what I mean, like something that is geared towards killing somebody that is asking for it, you know what I mean? Like, it's just really fucking cool. I'm going back to try and find what it was, because I was so enthralled by the visuals that I didn't see. I completely, like, forgot what he said the attack was. I just knew it was the fifth form. Blessed rain after the drought. Yeah, so it just looked awesome, man. So yeah, I know what my thumbnail's going to be. It's going to be that one. Yeah, that was awesome. But I just love the fact that he has one for that. I don't know if it was Urokodaki passed that down, or that was something that Tanjiro worked on himself. But I love that he has that, because it does go to show that he, you know what I mean? Like, I think it would make more sense if Tanjiro himself came up with that one, because I think it fits his personality. And obviously, knowing that, you know, Nezuko is a demon, she's not bad, that he has one that isn't so, you know what I mean, because he always felt like when he was going to, like, see Urokodaki, when he was going to Mount Sajiri, even killing a demon that is an absolute dick, like, you know what I mean, that first time he came up against a demon, that he was like, you know, he felt horrible doing it, you know, like, almost like it's just a horrific thing to cut on, so horrible, that he would have a technique that was so true that even the person that had it, like, that got it done to them, never even felt it. Like, that has got to be his most, like, well, obviously it's his most beautiful attack, but that's got to be his most true strike, right? It has to be, because it is so fine that even the person that got attacked didn't feel it. You know, like that's insane. Um, but yeah, that was just really really cool. But yeah, she was clearly being tormented. And she was like, oh, oh no, this is good. Like I'll know peace. I'll not have to worry about like all this stuff anymore. That it would be in. It seems like it obviously was geared more towards the family that was going on, and that she was being tormented there. But it would be interesting to know if she was like this, if she found this sort of disdain around being a demon beforehand, just being a demon, So yeah, that it's just, oh god, really really cool. So yeah, other than that, we had yeah, so we had obviously the puppeteering thing. That sucked, man. Like like being puppeteered, you're not in control of your own movements. So I was going to say something when it was happening, when like she was like like fighting back and whatnot, and it looked like they were quick, and obviously Tanjiro pointed out, and I was like, oh yeah, like it makes sense, like she's being almost talked like that quick, that naturally she wouldn't be that quick, but because it's quick, it's like it's basically forcing the body to do something that it hasn't been trained to do. So like forcing something back to the point where it breaks bones and shit like that, and shatters them and fractures them and whatever the fuck. Like, oh god, that sucks, man. Yeah, and I feel for them as well. They were up there, they were fucking tangled up, and they still got their necks broken, man. God's sake. So yeah, but I like the I liked Inosuke like getting first. I think that's what the title implies for this episode, which is letting someone else go first. Like, you know what I mean? That Tanjiro had made a plan for himself to be used as a springboard, that Inosuke could go and have this all planned out, and that, you know what I mean, Inosuke was like, right, well now it's my turn. You know what I mean? Throwing them all up there. It goes to show Inosuke can think things through as well. So that's really cool. I really like that. And yeah, Chuntaro, that's the nickname for the Sparrow. I was wondering, because I think he said that in the last episode as well, in episode 15, and I guess I just didn't take it on board. But yeah, it makes sense, because the Sparrow keeps going chun chun, doesn't it? So I know that the Sparrow wants to be called Ukugi, but Chuntaro, I think that might stick. That might just stick with me. But yeah, that was really cool. I really want to know, like, I guess the tangled up over the branches thing. Like, how did she manage to snap their necks? If all of the webs and the threads like were pressed over a branch like that. The reason why that was good was because she didn't have any control over them anymore. She couldn't maneuver them, because all of the torque on that, where the thread is reaching over the branch, would stop when it hit the branch. You wouldn't be able to maneuver past that, right? So how did she snap the necks? We didn't see any new threads get attached. I don't know, but if you know, tell me. But yeah, I mean, that's really really all I've got for this episode. I mean, it was a really really cool episode. Not a lot to talk about, because it wasn't that, like, the only real things I could talk about in regards to theories or anything like that was the who the 12th Kizuki guy would be, what the family was about, and that was pretty much it. The rest of it was them just straight up attacking. So yeah, but really really cool episode. And hopefully Geiyu comes back next episode. But that is all I've got. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord, so you can get yourself over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well, so if you do want to support me on Patreon, that'd be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards there, depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier for $5 a month. Gives you access to shows a week early. And no, I was going to do the hunt. I think no, that's wrong. Yeah, a week early. So obviously this being episode 16, If you want to go watch episode 17 and 18 right now, you can do by going over there and becoming an early access tier patron. There's also full-length tier there for $10 a month if you want to watch all of these shows in full and not just the 10-minute cut-down version. And there are other tiers where you can pay to have a show reacted to as well. So if you want me to react to a show, go over those tiers and see what they offer. But that was all I've got. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.